Hey everyone, let's dive straight into the latest developments in the Middle East. The ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas has taken center stage in global affairs once again. President Biden has been actively pushing for a ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas. He recently had a call with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to emphasize the urgency of the situation. The White House has confirmed that talks aimed at overcoming the obstacles to a ceasefire and hostage release deal will be taking place in Cairo. However, no specific date has been provided yet. Now, here's where things get tricky. Netanyahu insists on maintaining an Israeli military presence in the Philadelphia corridor along Gaza's southern border. His main concern, weapons smuggling into Gaza. On the other hand, Egypt and Hamas are demanding a complete Israeli withdrawal from the area. Israeli security officials have suggested that alternative solutions might be possible, but the disagreement highlights just how tough it is to reach a mutually acceptable agreement. Adding another layer of complexity, Israeli negotiators are frustrated by statements made by US Secretary of State Antony Blinken. Blinken seemed to suggest that Netanyahu had accepted the US bridging proposal and placed the onus on Hamas for progress. According to Israeli officials, these statements misrepresented the situation and could potentially undermine the negotiation process. Meanwhile, in the Red Sea, an oil tanker named the Greek-flagged Sunim was struck by a missile. The crew had to evacuate, but fortunately, they were safely rescued by a naval ship. This attack is one of the most serious incidents in recent weeks, with the Iran-backed Houthi militia targeting commercial vessels in a show of solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza. Tensions between Israel and Hezbollah are also escalating. Israeli warplanes recently carried out airstrikes on over 10 Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon. This marks the second round of strikes against the Iranian-backed militia this week, showing that the situation remains highly volatile with the potential for further escalation. Amidst these developments, the Democratic National Convention saw advocates for Palestinians under the banner of the Uncommitted Movement pushing for greater attention to the situation in Gaza. They are demanding that a speaker of Palestinian descent be given a platform at the convention. Their call for representation comes as the parents of Hirsch Goldberg Polin, an American hostage held in Gaza, delivered an emotional plea for their son's release and a ceasefire in Gaza. Rachel Goldberg and John Polin highlighted the plight of all hostages held by Hamas, emphasizing the human cost of the conflict. Their appeal resonated with the audience, drawing attention to the urgent need for a resolution to the crisis. The Uncommitted Movement's efforts reflect a growing concern among some Democratic Party members about the ongoing conflict and the need for a more balanced approach in US policy towards the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. As both sides continue to struggle with negotiations, the international community is urging for a swift resolution. Secretary Blinken stressed the urgency, emphasizing the need for a ceasefire agreement within days. The ongoing violence has resulted in a humanitarian crisis in Gaza, with limited access to essential supplies and medical care. That's the latest on the efforts to secure a ceasefire in Gaza. Stay tuned for more updates as the situation develops. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.